In the rugged heart of the Arizona desert lies a land steeped in legend, a land where jagged peaks and endless skies conceal a mystery that has captured imaginations for generations. This is the tale of the lost Dutchman's gold mine, one of the most enduring legends in American history. A treasure hidden within these mountains, or perhaps a story spun to distract and deceive. The legend begins in the 19th century, with a man named Jacob Waltz, known to history as the Dutchman. But was Waltz truly the keeper of a golden secret, or merely a shadowy figure whose story has been embellished over time? Jacob Waltz was not Dutch at all, but a German immigrant who arrived in the United States during the mid-1800s. Like many of his contemporaries, he was lured westward by the promise of riches during the gold rush. But unlike most, Waltz's story didn't end in disappointment, it ended in mystery. Little is known about Waltz's early years in Arizona, but by the 1870s, he was said to have discovered something extraordinary, a hidden gold mine of unparalleled richness. According to legend, Waltz kept the location of this mine a closely guarded secret, sharing it with no one. In 1891, Waltz fell gravely ill and was taken in by a local woman named Julia Thomas. As he lay dying, Waltz reportedly revealed the location of his gold mine, drawing a crude map and describing landmarks such as Weaver's Needle, a prominent spire in the Superstition Mountains. But the details were cryptic, and Julia Thomas's subsequent attempts to locate the mine were unsuccessful. The treasure remained hidden, and so began a frenzy of speculation and exploration that continues to this day. The Superstition Mountains, named for the eerie legends that surround them, have long been a source of mystery. To the indigenous Pima and Apache peoples, these mountains were sacred and dangerous. They spoke of spirits that guarded the land and warned against venturing too far into the wilderness. The superstitions are a harsh and unforgiving landscape. It's easy to get lost, and the weather can turn deadly in an instant. But for treasure hunters, the promise of gold has always outweighed the risks. Over the years, countless people have ventured into these mountains in search of the lost Dutchman's gold mine. Some have returned empty-handed, others have disappeared without a trace, and a few have met tragic ends. The curse of the lost Dutchman is a recurring theme in its legend. Could this treasure be guarded by something more than natural dangers? Or is the gold itself the source of the misfortune? The clues left by Jacob Waltz have been dissected and debated for over a century. Among the most famous is his mention of Weaver's Needle, a towering rock formation that many believe is key to finding the mine. Waltz also described specific landmarks, a shaded canyon, a hidden spring, and a rock shaped like a heart. But these descriptions are vague and could apply to many locations within the vast Superstition range. Some treasure hunters claim to have found additional clues, ancient Spanish carvings, buried artifacts, and mysterious markings on rocks. Could these be signs of the mine, or merely relics from other adventurers? There's no doubt that the Superstition Mountains are rich in mineral deposits. But whether there's a vein of gold as rich as the legend suggests is another question entirely. The search for the lost Dutchman's gold mine has come at a cost. Over the decades, many treasure hunters have lost their lives in the mountains. Some succumb to the elements, others to accidents, and a few under circumstances that remain unexplained. We've had cases where experienced hikers vanished without a trace. It's easy to get disoriented out here, but there are also stories of foul play, of treasure hunters turning on each other in their quest for gold. One of the most infamous cases is that of Adolf Ruth, a prospector who disappeared in 1931. His skull was later found with a bullet hole, sparking rumors of murder. Did Ruth come too close to finding the mine, or was he simply the victim of bad luck?